Some people say, come on, this is from the ego. A person hears that and says, yes, perhaps it is from the ego. I won't practice then, it's egoic. But those who speak this way must say, Mara delusion, get away from me. We need to understand the unified essence of all methods. How do we integrate all the methods into one? How do we remain whole instead of disintegrated? The very core of the teaching is Sahaja. This is what matters most. Always to remember what matters most. Sahaja means abiding in God. If you want to attain enlightenment, you should wish happiness for all beings. It is rightly said that giving is more fulfilling than taking, because the one who gives expands their energy and becomes stronger. People give importance to their desires. That is why they work. Yet most human pleasures are a primitive waste of time. There are also spiritual pleasures and they are not forbidden. This is what we call grace. But grace is different from worldly pleasures in that it is experienced in God, with God, through God, for God, in the awareness of God, and inseparably from God. We must understand the unified essence of all methods, how to bring them together, how to remain whole and undistracted, how not to waste time, how to take the bull by the horns right away, while remembering the essence. This is the principle of Sahaja. If you grasp Sahaja as the one single essence, following the model of Dattatreya's conduct, you will understand the heart of the teaching. The very essence of learning is Sahaja. And that's why the most important thing is always to remember the most important thing. Sahaja means abiding in God. And even if we are not yet able to comply fully, we must be oriented toward this. We should think, I must strive to abide directly in the essence. From within that essence, I can engage in different methods. Upayas, pranayamas, japa, puja, as a form of flowering, as support, as enlightened magical activity. But I never lose the essence. Sahaja may be described as natural awareness or as devotion to God expressed in this very way. When you have understood the essence, you extract the quintessence, like the sun. And the behavior of the sun is to extract the quintessence of all methods and teachings and to reduce them to one. But in that one, you must become deeply rooted. And when we become deeply rooted in it, we begin to feel truly joyful, to experience Ananda, because the essence of the natural state is Ananda, the divine bliss of consciousness. The principle of the sun, the conduct of the sun, is this: while abiding in the dimension of happiness, to wish happiness for others, to become a source of joy for others, a generator of happiness, to sincerely wish happiness to all beings, not just to those you love, but to everyone. Sometimes disciples ask the Guru, but how can I wish happiness to such scoundrels? There are no words to describe them. If you want to attain enlightenment, you must even wish them happiness, because the sun shines even on criminals. In the same way, when we are established in that great unified happiness, we become a generator, a source of all happiness, happiness embodied. For people, spirits, gods, rishis, rakshasas, demons, asuras, pitris, gandharvas, vidyadharas, and great deities, for all beings, to become the very essence of happiness for all living beings. That is the conduct of the sun. Therefore, from the very beginning, it is auspicious to reflect, am I capable of giving happiness to others? Do others become happier after being with me? Do I have that capacity? And what must I do for that? And often we see that we do not have enough happiness within ourselves, because sometimes we think, who will give me happiness? But the conduct of the sun is to become oneself the generator of happiness, the source of joy, through abiding in natural awareness, and to share this happiness with others. Sometimes the question arises, if others behave in ways I don't like, should I still share happiness with them? Yes, you should. At least wish them happiness from a distance. This should never stop you from following the conduct of the sun, as taught by Dattatreya.